Hello, welcome to my channel, Fangirling While Black Tarot. My name is Francine, and this is my little home where pop culture, entertainment, and tarot meet. Brand spanking new here, and very excited to share with you today. So today is going to be a pick a card reading. We're going to have three different readings for you to choose from. And the theme is, let's see if we can see what your February 2022 is going to be like. So again, this is for your February 2022. And we have three piles, and these are the oracles for the pile. We have the first one here with this lovely butterfly. This is the Angels and Ancestor Oracle, and basically with some angel theme. Ancestors includes healers, warriors, Native American culture, and legends. Very interesting deck. All of these are very good. So that's one. The second one we have here, and this is the Believe in Your Own Magic Tarot, Oracle, and it is a mermaid slash witch slash fairy tale princess theme. It's actually very, very cool. And we have pile 3, and this oracle deck is the Divine Abundance Oracle. And so go ahead if you need time, if you want to use the butterflies to choose, whatever resonates with you, whatever stands out to you. We're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to do Oracle, Tarot, and then I have a theme since we're in February. It's going to be movies that were released in February. We're going to pull just some little cards for that and see maybe what'll be your theme for the month. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to, and I will see you at your pile. Thank you. Hello, welcome back. You have picked pile 2, and this is your reading for February 2022. And the first thing we're going to start off in, when I do readings for my clients, I use numerology, and I ask them what their lucky number, I call it their power number, is, and we use that to help pick cards in their reading. And since, of course, this is a general reading, and again, let me just put a disclaimer, this is a general reading. Some things will resonate, some things won't. Just take what seems to apply, and maybe there's going to be messages for other people as well. And I hope there's quite a few of you watching, so I won't be able to get everyone's power number, but what we're going to do, I'm going to pick 3 cards, and then we're going to add that number, and in numerology, you go down to a single digit. I'm going to use number 4 to pick the cards. Number 4 is a nice harmonious number, and we're going to have to go ahead and start. Okay, so let's see what your power number will be for this. These are brand new cards. These are actually, before I started officially with tarot cards, I used to do playing cards. And this is a Spanish suited deck. It's a traditional one, very similar. They do not have major arcana cards, however. They do have the suits, of course. So in this case, we have upright. It's kind of hard to tell which one of this is upright. So we have 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. Okay, so here I go trying to add in front of you, like many probably introverts. I suddenly get nervous when other people are watching me. So we're going to have 5 and 4 and 9. So your number, your power number for this reading, we're going to use number 9 to pick your cards today. Of course, sometimes you're going to get cards, spirit moves, spirit wants to send a message out, it'll pop out the cards if need be. Okay. So. Okay. let's get started. Also, these actually may, I have found that when I do use the deck, this Spanish suited deck to pick a number, sometimes these actually come into play in the reading. So we'll see if any of these. Let's start with your oracle, and you chose the Amazing Angels and Ancestors deck. This one is very interesting. It has angels represented, ancestors, and look, we already got one here. So it's also has some animal spirits. So if you're interested in things like that, it's just a very all-around great deck, very wise. And we're going to do two. We already got your first one here. So let's see what to do here. Let's see. It actually chose three. Go. Okay, so February, and we are in the first week of February. So far, so good, huh? For the year. One of my mentors I follow believes that the year really doesn't start until February, because January, we're still getting over December. We're still trying to figure out what we're trying to do. This is probably one many people can relate to, the snake, shed old skin. You know, a lot of times in some stories, snakes can have negative connotations. I don't know, for some reason I always think of, like, my dad is very, very brave, strong guy. No one would ever accuse him of, not being brave. And he hated snakes. And I always thought that was funny. Because it's just one of those things that you can be the biggest, toughest person, but snakes kind of give people the willies a little bit. But they're very interesting. And the big thing, of course, is that they do shed their skin. So in other words, when something is not of use to them anymore, it is let go. It is let go. And it seems like that is, you may want to look up snake spirits, spirit animals, snake, animal medicine. That's what I'm trying to say. Animal medicine may be very helpful. And also, we know this is used also in symbolism, in tarot. It's used a lot. And a lot of people think of the whole Garden of Eden thing and whatever have you, but there are some very positive things associated. But the big thing to get out of this is shedding of old skin. There may be something going on, and it's time in February to go ahead and shed that old skin. There's something waiting to be revealed. There's something not working for you. It's not working for your highest good, and it's time to reevaluate. And know you're going to be okay. Sometimes we don't shed old things. For instance, hoarding. I know me. I have boxes. I moved like 2 or 3 years ago. I still have boxes I haven't unleashed. And when Spirit started leading me to go ahead and just really start getting on those boxes, it helped me. And so, in fact, I couldn't remember my birth time, and none of my relatives could think of it. And something kept telling me, they were like, go through those boxes. And I wasn't even thinking of my birth certificate, but lo and behold, I found it, and I found my birth time. And I tell you, when I redid my natal and birth chart in astrology with it, my rising sign changed. So sometimes is so much going on and it's too much, or either sometimes we hold on to things, not being able to see the afterwards, the unknown. And don't start me singing, but Into the Unknown has been in my brain from oh my god, Elsa. Oh my god. Anyway, the Disney movie, Frozen 2, Into the Unknown. So sometimes we feel like we know this old skin, but that old skin is not helping you, and there's much better for you. The next one that came out was the Knight, and this is be brave and honest. And what was I just saying about the bravest person can get negative connotations from snakes. So there seems to be something in your life, and there's something going on that spirit is saying it's time, that you are braver than you know. And also honesty. Oh my God, so important. Many times before you can move on from something, you have to just be honest. The number one thing I say with anything, any growth you want to have in life, is know thyself. Like the Oracle of Delphi, I believe that message is at. Know thyself. And it's essential. Know yourself in and out. Things you're not so proud of, things you are proud of. And when you know yourself, no one can tell you who you are. You know what I mean? No one can take something for you or tell you you're something. You really get to know yourself. And I mean, face the good and the quote unquote bad. um, be brave enough. Journaling is a great, there may be some shadow work here, but definitely journaling, jotting down things, and letting those messages that only you're going to see. No one else has to see them. That may be very helpful for you. So you were given a third one. Hold the space, Druid. And again, you may want to look up these themes, of course. You got a Knight too. I just thought about that. Obvious. I think he's close to the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Swords. Because you have this beautiful rose representing, of course, love and beauty, but he's also has his sword. So I think it is kind of a combination. But Knights, Knights, it's not as romantic as a lot of people think, knight in shining armor. Knights actually, if you read into the history, they were actually sort of associated with noblemen, of course, royalty, kings and queens and things like that, but anyone with some kind of status. And essentially when they were, I believe the age was 7, they would go and live with that in that household, and they would train until they were about 14, and then they would become pages. And of course, we know pages from tarot. And once they became a page, they would train eventually more, of course, and then eventually they become a knight. So knights had to be very brave. It's a very stop and go lifestyle. It was a very, we got to go out, we got to go out, and you're waiting and waiting and waiting. And they had to be brave and ready for anything that came their way. Hold the space. What was I saying about that theme of hoarding or holding on to something that is no longer useful? Now, I'm not like, I believe it's in Marie Kondo. I'm not saying, oh my God, throw out all your stuff, all your books. I'm a book collector. I just love them. I'm a huge, I hope to have a huge library someday in my home. But I'm not, some things are meant to just be beautiful and to lift our vibration and make us feel good and smile. But when I think of hold space, I think of two things. I think of the whole shedding of the old. Maybe you have an old view of yourself. And maybe it's like the snake. Maybe, I mean, maybe you, I think of sometimes how people are put labels on them, not so great labels. And you may have to give that up yourself. You may have to know that that's not you. And if that was you at some time, it's not you anymore. Hold space. Hold space means you're going to stick up for what you believe in. You're going to, you're not going to be last anymore. It's like the Britney song Circus, it's like, I have to be the leader. I can't be last when she's talking. I'm forgetting the exact lyric, but for some reason that always stood out to me. And she talks about how she's a put on the show kind of girl, and some people are here to entertain, and some are here to observe. And maybe you've been observing and been in the background so long, and maybe you're kind of like, the middle kid. You're kind of like Jan, who, always is last, or people look over, and you have a place. There's something that you definitely can hold space. You may want to also look up feathers. Feathers have meaning in the cultures. You may have been seeing feathers just randomly pop up, or you will. And I would say go look up that color if you know what bird it is. That can help as well. We're going to move on. I don't want to take up too much of your time with that. So that's your oracles. So really wondering what you got going on. Is this this old thing you're shedding, holding space? Maybe it's within your family, maybe it's at your job. Sometimes we can be at jobs and sort of think you're leaving your job, or maybe you just want to be able to have a promotion in your job. Once you decide what you want, or even just asking spirit to show you what you really like. Sometimes we get so buried in the day-to-day, and we decide what we want to do, So we're going to do 3 cards to start. So the first thing you got here is your 7 of Wands. And what did that say about hold space? Not only hold space, but be brave. There's definitely a theme going on here. And you guys, like I said, when someone's watching, I do this with clients all the time, but just started this channel. I'm going to be absolutely real. I'm so excited to do this, but when you're a rookie, you gotta earn your stripes and get used to things. Wow. Spirit really wants you to fight. You got another sword here. Interesting. Okay, number 9. Ooh, this may be related to your job. You've got 8 of Cups. Very interesting. 8 of Cups in the back of the deck, should I say, to clarify. Let's make a little room here. Very interesting. Yeah. There's definitely something you need to be holding space. With the 8 of Cups, this makes me think there's something definitely no longer serving you for your good. It's not helping you. It's not doing as it should. It's not doing what it thinks it's doing. It's just, it's either knowing, so either you need to know you deserve better, or you already know you deserve better and maybe you haven't admitted to yourself. That whole know yourself, know thyself. Go ahead and admit it. Be brave. Again, right now we're just working on you. We're not talking about anyone else in the situation yet. We're working on you, your heart. And then, and then this, we have the moon and the eclipsing the sun sort of theme here. Because we think of the sun and the moon are very separate things. And here they're joined together. So it's kind of like maybe your day job, maybe you have a night thing that a passion you really want to do that you're thinking of doing on the side, or you're doing it at night. Or this can be relationship. We're in February, we're getting towards Valentine's Day. Everybody's thinking about love and relationships. Maybe this has to do with I get the sense it's something you've been in for a while. And it's because you've been in it a while, it's harder to let go. We don't want to feel like we're quitters or that we're not doing all we need to. And sometimes the best thing you can do really for anyone is just respect and love yourself enough to say, this is not doing good for me. In fact, it's harming me. It's harming my mental health, or it's hurting my heart if it's a relationship. I have tried all 8 of these cups, and it's interesting that you got the number 9, because of course 9 is after 8. So it's kind of like you got the 8 of cups, and what's after the 8 of cups is the 9 of cups, the wish card that everyone loves to have. But you have to sort of release this. And once you know you deserve the best, you deserve better, you're going to get better. You're going to get what you deserve. This one, 7 of Wands, is sort of someone standing their ground. The good news is sometimes this card comes when you're going to have a victory and the spirit is kind of preparing you. It's like, because as soon as we make a step, it may be the best step for us. We may have competition if it's work, and we may have family or friends saying, hey, what are you doing? And you have to stand your ground, and that's where you need to be brave. And what I love about this Knight card, you need to be brave enough to see the beauty of your choices, see the beauty, and also mentally have the mental clarity. You've been given the Ace of Swords, so Spirit is giving you clarity. It's absolutely giving you clarity here. It's absolutely saying, not only do you know the right choice for you, you can make that right choice. And it's behind you. You're not alone. This is literally, you have a crown and you have a victory. The Knight works for the royalty. The Knight works for the nobleman or whatever. They're not the king, but they're actually offering you this crown. So it's almost like you can even go beyond this Knight if you make this choice. The other thing I found very interesting, you got your major arcana, 12, which in numerology we bring down to 3. So the Hangman, he's enlightened. I think that's so interesting that you got this, pile 1. So interesting. You have someone walking away, you have somebody standing their ground, you have someone mentally, and maybe this is where the clarity is going to come from. Whatever is going on, see, whatever is going on, you need to connect with spirit, whatever you believe your higher power to be. I pray to Father God. I also acknowledge Mother Earth and Gaia, and whatever you consider. Some people with tarot talk to their higher selves. Whatever is your belief in a higher power, spirit, they're calling you to connect to him. It's funny because he's actually, is the snake upside down? Actually, it's almost like he's in the same position as the snake. That's interesting. But anyway, so the Hangman is a card of someone who is not stressed. It's a card of enlightenment. Around it's almost like a sun behind it. It's like the clarity of the sun card almost. It's like, I know what I need to do. And also it's kind of like, I've done all I need to do on my end. I'm waiting for spirit to give me my next step. So that may be the lesson definitely for you. Sometimes when it comes to prayer or reaching out to spirit or your higher power, we will do it when we're like in really, really distress or something. And if you're someone like me who's very independent, likes to do things on my own, sometimes I can forget that, hey, I don't have to do this on my own. And I've actually gotten the habit of asking spirit, like, what should I ask you? Like, this is what I'm feeling and this is where I want to be. I'm not sure how to even put it into words. And they will always answer you. You have intuition. So enlightenment, when I think of enlightenment, is a combination of doing your own research, and you may need to do that. Take some time. It doesn't matter, maybe you weren't a great student in school or whatever, but spirit will send you messages. Like you got the snake, that's a message. You got the feathers, so birds may be another, the freedom of birds. The snakes are shrewd, they're very clever and shrewd and survivalists, they survive a lot. So there may be things in that, but you're going to start seeing things, you're probably seeing them. The spirit is always talking to us. It's just sometimes we're not paying attention or we second guess ourselves. They're saying, don't second guess yourselves. If there's something you're noticing that you keep seeing, it's for a reason. Maybe nature, since we got the tree, and I always think of this as like the tree of life. And how this greenery, we got the roses here, maybe nature is going to be here. We have these, I can't even name the plants. I think it's a fern. And the crown, but just like he's enlightened, there's a crown of something waiting for you. It could be your crown chakra if you're into the chakras. There's something I want to tell you because you got this pyramid pointing down as well to the top. So your crown chakra may be blocked, or maybe you have been sending messages and you haven't believed them, but you're not crazy. There's weird stuff happening every day. I mean, like I told you, I literally changed my natal chart when I found my birth certificate and put in my actual birth time. It changed so much. And it affected my shadow work. It was just amazing. It was like a miracle. So spirit is talking to you. So the main points is there's something you deserve so much better than whatever it is you've been kind of holding on to. The goal is to shed the old that is not helping you and maybe actually harming you even worse. You are brave and you can stand your ground. Spirit is offering you clarity. It's offering you a crown of enlightenment. And hold space. It sounds like this is something that's going to affect other people. Know that you have the right. You have the right to do what's right for yourself. You have the right to be happy. You have the whatever that means for you. So, pile one. I'm very excited for you. Whenever Spirit is giving you the ace, that's telling you they're offering you a gift. And there's enlightenment waiting for you. You're eventually going to, oh, I got this upside down. You're eventually going to be, you eventually can get to this place where you kind of know what you want to do and you're following Spirit and you're not stressing too much about it. Okay, I want to keep you too long. So pile one, we're just going to do a quick thing, bring it into my little entertainment spin here. So we're looking at films that were released in February. Oh, it's not glamorous, but it's doing its job. I have a little not looking at them here. 3, 6, 8, 9. Ooh. So you got the Silence of the Lambs. That's a kind of heavy, deep one. But I didn't want to get too heavy with this, but I included that. I picked ones that I was a little bit familiar with and could get some sense out of as far as the reading. Silence of the Lambs, if you have not seen it, it won a Academy Award in 1991. I think it was the first. It's considered horror or thriller. Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster, amazing actress. But when I think of Clarice, the main character, she's a rookie in I believe it's FBI. I have not watched this in a while. I actually read the book as well. But and so in order to stop a killer, she interviews a killer to get insights. Hannibal Lecter, very infamous character. So if you're not into horror or things like that, I'm not saying you have to watch it, but the main thing, I always think of the last scene. There's a scene where she figures out where the serial killer is and she goes to the house alone and with no backup. And there's a scene where he turns off all the lights and she's in the basement where he's kept girls captive and she can't see a thing and she's in the dark and it's scary and she's scared, but she is still so brave. And the thing about bravery is bravery doesn't mean you don't have fear. Bravery means you're pushing ahead even though you have fear because you're doing what is right. You're doing what is right for you or the situation. And she comes out victorious and she's a very, very interesting character, in a job that, especially at that time, people associated, with men or whatever. She's very, tough lady. And again, like I said, she looked at the overall good of catching this person so she could save this woman he had taken captive. So I would take it to that. There's some other things that don't fly as much today. I know in the trans community, for example, there's some issues there, but the character Clarice is very, very interesting. And so that's what I would say. Just be brave. You're going to have fear. It's okay to have fear. The knights probably had fear, but they had to push and do whatever their job was. And your job is to be your best and be your higher self, because if you're not well It's a shame. It's really a shame. And people aren't going to get your best. You need to give your best. Give yourself your best. You deserve it. You deserve it. Spirits behind you. Well, pile one, that's it. I didn't want to go too long with this, but I hope you found this helpful. Again, thank you for supporting my channel, Fangirling While Black. Again, my name is Francine. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm taking suggestions for readings if you want. Please let me know if any of this resonated with you. Pal one, I really appreciate your time. So have a wonderful morning or afternoon or evening whenever this finds you. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care. Hello, pile two. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me. So pile two, you picked this oracle, the Believe in Your Own Magic oracle. It's a very interesting one. Before we start, we're going to do a thing here. I use numerology a lot in my readings, and with my clients, I always ask for a number that's meaningful to them, or a lucky number, or something they that's meaningful and powerful for them. And I call it a power number, but since this is a general reading, and just quick disclaimer, this is a general reading and the theme is February 2022. Of course, I'm hoping several people are watching this, and I cannot pick a number for every person. So this is going to help us pick a power number, and we will use this to pick your decks. Of course, the cards will come out as well. Whatever spirit, the message spirit wants me to deliver will come through. Trust that. Trust it, trust it, trust it. So, okay, so I'm going to pick 3 cards and add the number to a single digit as you do in numerology. And I'm going to use number 4 to pick those. I know it sounds confusing, but it'll make sense in a minute. Okay, so here we go. Let's get your power number for February 2022. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 4th card. 4 is a nice harmonious number. That's why I'm using that in a general reading. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to do one more card. 1, 2, 3. This is so funny. Math was not my favorite subject, and here I am letting myself do math in front of people. Wow. You got an angel number here. You got 3 1s, which is 3, of course. So when I do power numbers, I don't like to do anything less than 3. So just the other thing to note, you got a Ace of Wands, and you got all aces. So what I used here, guys, is a Spanish suited deck. Before I even took on tarot cards, I actually was using playing cards to learn tarot, and I collect playing cards. It's just something that was always interesting. I'm from a family that plays spades. For any of y'all that knows that, plays spades, and Uno, all the kind of things. So it's a pretty big deal in the family. So this is Spanish suited. That's also used for tarot. The big difference is they do not have major arcana cards. So these number 1s, these would be considered aces in tarot. So you got an Ace of Wands, you got an Ace of Pentacles, and you got an Ace of Swords. It's major to get even 2 aces, and you got 3. So it's like Spirit is offering up something to you. Now, this is not tarot we're going to do, but this may come into play, so it'll be interesting to see. So keep that in mind. So you're being offered one creativity, action, money, career, home, that kind of stuff, and clarity of mind. Amazing. Okay. So we're going to do 2 oracle cards. And then we'll get to your tarot. And then the last thing, if I have enough going on here, is I have a fun little thing. So I looked up movies that were released in February of any year. I mostly sort of random. I did try to pick ones I was sort of familiar with. Was the only thing I would say. And so we're going to pick that at the end. So let's focus on your oracle. So this oracle combines mermaid, witch, culture, and fairy tale princess kind of thing. It's a very cool deck. Big too. Give me pile 2. Rookie here, and like I said, I have clients I read for, but this is something I'm excited to do. But of course, when I'm being watched, just like probably most introverts, all of a sudden we become self-conscious. Okay. We got, remember we had number 3 is our power number. So that's our first card. 1, 2. Oh, wow. So these are numbered as well. You have 39. You got a lot of 3s going on here. 1s and 3s is a theme here. So 3 and 9. I know. I hope this doesn't sound biased. I really love this card. So February 2022. So it's going to be general. So we'll see what comes up. But we have this one. Take a chance on them. Raindrops. Take a chance on them. I think this is a lovely card. They're out in the rain. And of course, I think of Rihanna's umbrella. I'm not going to scar you with singing it, but you see these little inspiration around them. Spirit is giving inspiration, and she's holding the umbrella as her friend, and it's really cute. 39, you're going to interesting that, oh, I should have said this in pile 1. They got number 9 for their power number. 9 is a magic number, by the way. Whatever you add to 9 becomes itself. So you have this coming to 12, and it's going to add to 3. So you come back to 3. So of course, first thing I think of again with Rihanna's umbrella. Just a sense of, if this is speaking about love, it could be romantic, of course, and it can be friendships as well. But I get the sense, my initial reaction was romantic, in the sense of maybe someone that has been hurt. Maybe you've been hurt, and there's someone you're interested in. You kind of feel like maybe, and you're kind of like, no, I want to protect myself. And Spirit's like, you got these little inspirations and, little guides around you, saying take a chance on them. You know who that is. I can't tell you who it is. And look at you, you got 3, 3. Okay, there's a theme here with 3s. 3 and 3 is going to be 6. So 3, 3, 6 now. Again. You're in angel number territory again. So 1s and 3s. And 6. Nostalgia. Focus on the here and now. So as you can see, her head sort of in the clouds, but nostalgia. This reminds me actually of the Six of Cups in tarot. Six of Cups can be about being very nostalgic for the past. It can also be a soulmate card, but it's about not being stuck in the past, and that we should be childlike, but not childish. Thinking of, maybe you're thinking about childhood and things like that, or past or whatever, but she's sort of daydreaming about could be the past or the future. Perhaps this is her past. Maybe she's, this mermaid up in space and she's down here on Earth and, I'm getting something here. Are you guys my light workers? Maybe you are some healers or light workers, or you do something with spirit, connecting to higher power. Starseed, any of those things may sound familiar to you, pile two, because you got the guides here, and also you have her up in the cosmos. And that's the story a lot of people, and again, this is general, so we all are at different beliefs and different steps in our journeys, our spiritual journeys. But there is a thinking, of course, about past lives. There's a thinking about something called starseed family. If you're not familiar, look those up. But the sense of we were connected to the universe, and our soul decided to come down to Earth to help raise the vibration of Earth, to help others, to help the Earth, to come down and bring a light for other people. She's remembering when she was this magical, this magical creature connected. And that can happen sometimes. When we first come here, we forget a lot of stuff, if you do believe in past lives and all that. And then as we awaken, as they call it, and you start connecting dots, or maybe even remembering things, maybe you're having even some past regression and learning of past lives, or this can also be, I'm gonna be real here. I don't know about you, but sometimes we are doing very well in life. We're flying high, we're doing well, and then something crashes us down and we're kind of crash on Earth, and we have to, and we keep remembering and kind of like finding it hard to move on, finding hard to see the future. Or maybe she's wishing this was her future. There's a lot of things I'm picking up for this, but I kind of get this feeling it could be both. The thing with being a light worker or a healer, I don't know if you're familiar with Chiron. He is the wounded healer in mythology. And Chiron will be in your astrological chart. So if you want to do a search on that, that's going to be whatever sign he's attached to. For example, for me, it's Aries he's attached to. So whatever house Aries is in, that's going to be my wound. It's going to be my Achilles heel, so to speak. So he was a respected, loved healer, and he got a mortal wound, and he decided to give up his immortality to Prometheus. Prometheus is the one supposedly who gave mankind fire. So because of his sacrifice, we got a huge benefit. So it's that feeling of being a healer, and heal thyself, doctor, heal thyself. And this is also related to the star card as well, in the major tarot. So so Chiron, it's very deep. I don't know if you're ready to do that, but if you're ready to do some shadow work, I would start there. Kind of get an introduction to what house, what sign he's attached to, and what sign, the house that sign is attached to. That's going to be probably the area you're going to have some falls in life, and they're all meant to, for your soul to add on to your soul, to help it evolve and help mankind evolve. But they're really hard to go through. I've had some really where I was at a good place, and then I've been at places I never thought I would be at, including the legal definition of homeless, you know, not to get too serious here, but you will go through things, but things are much better. And this one with love, and maybe they go along. So there's someone in your life, and again, I just can't help but spirit. There's spirit around these connections. I love it. What I love about this deck. It is inclusive. There are different skin colors. There's different shapes and sizes, and it's just a beautiful oracle deck. So I think we beat that to deck. So threes. Oh, three also. Really, we're going to go to your tarot. So sorry, pile two. I don't want to keep going too long. I am someone that could be very detailed. Unfortunately, if you do not like that, I'm not going to apologize for it, because I'm here to deliver whatever message comes. And sometimes there's things that will come that I don't know what the meaning is, but you will. And again, take what resonates, as I say, take what sparks something. And if this doesn't work, you can choose one of the other piles, of course. Pile one was very different, I will say. So pile two. We'll go into your tarot, but rule three. Three, of course, is a classic number. It is, of course, you got the Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. You got the fates, the charities, the graces, the sort of, what is it, the maiden. I'm trying to think of the three stages of a woman's life, where she's the maiden, mother, and old crone, they used to call it, which I hate, you know. Older, wiser woman. And also numerology, three is you plus spirit cooperating and co-creating. One, well, zero is the Fool in tarot. That's stepping on the face. One is where you're assessing what you believe about your higher power of spirit. Two is reassessing what you believe about yourself, because those two go along together. Three is you with spirit, and spirit saying cooperate with us. It's a reminder that you are a co-creator in this earth. No matter what anyone said to you about who you are, who you actually are, the co-creator with spirit. It's scary and exciting at once. It's unbelievable. That's true. In my experience. Anyway. Okay. So we're gonna do, I want to do 3 oracle cards. We'll do one more. 1, 2, 3. Back of the deck. Oh, we have these lovely guys. What was I saying? Did I not say 6 of Cups? That this reminds me of the nostalgia of 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups is also can be considered a soulmate card as well. And then that could go along with this. You got tarot. Trying to make some room here. What did I tell you? Oh my Lord. Wow. And these actually do go along with your Spanish suited cards we picked at the beginning. Okay. Court cards. Court cards, of course, can be it can represent an actual person. It can also represent a spirit. And when we think of queen, of course, we all have masculine and feminine energy. It doesn't matter what your gender is what your personal gender that you are comfortable with, gender assignment, or that you are comfortable with, or gender identity, should I say. My apologies. Um, so, of course, Queen of Pentacles. Hmm, interesting. Interesting. Okay, we're going to go back to this. This goes along very well to what I was saying about three, because you've gotten three so much in this reading, and three being a reminder that you are a co-creator. And in fact, you got one, and remember, you got ones here. Okay, so it feels like Spirit is really wanting you to reassess what you believe about your higher power, higher self, whatever, excuse me, best title that you believe, because it wants to remind you you are a co-creator. And it's so funny because not only do you have a sword represented on the table here, you have the only card you did not get was cups, but you got six of cups here, and you got six cups in the back of the deck. And of course, this is very emotionally connected. This is, I think this would be cups and swords going on here. Of course, wands, because wands is a very, you know, spicy, can be very spicy in the love reading. So you're given a reminder here that you are so powerful. One of the problems I have encountered as a light worker person, intuitive, trying to do spiritual things on this earth is man, this is my default, man. I definitely can dream the best of them. I'm a writer, I'm very creative. Fangirling while black, I'm calling it fangirl for a reason. I am definitely a fangirl. I have fictional characters I'm in love with. So my head's here. I write fan fiction. So yeah, I can be here. But the thing with this, he's pointing up with the wand, but he's also reminding you that pointing down that you need to be grounded. Your head in the clouds, but you need to be grounded. You need to be present with this person. Well, who knows? She could represent the person here, because we got couples here in here. Okay. And again, with February, take it as it resonates. Yes, you're definitely being called to reaffirm your belief in your higher power, and also your co-creation. In order to really do the best co-creation, you have to not just be in the clouds, but also be rooted. And this is one I constantly have to work on. I'm definitely more comfortable, you know, creating scenarios, and I'm definitely more comfortable. I'm a huge researcher. It's one of the jokes I have with my friends. I take notes. we have we're doing things. I'm the one taking notes, and that could represent this. The Page of Swords is a card of someone who's very curious, loves to do research, or just great at research. They're very curious. They follow where they're going. Their mind is always on to the next thing. He's ready for whatever the next thing mentally. He's mentally ready, but he's also on here, and you need to have that part of it too. What I love about the Magician, just so much beauty is around him as well. You can create so much beauty with spirit. And we got Queen of Pentacles. So now, if this was a love reading, perhaps you're an older person connected to a younger person, and perhaps that's where the barrier is here. Or we could flip it the other way and say maybe you're a person whose head's in the cloud and you're not, I don't want to say realistic, because there's a lot of miracles that can happen. Trust me, I've seen it myself. There's a lot of amazing people that you probably would never have thought you would click with, that you can click with. So maybe your head's in the clouds and you need to be looking for an to represent. Queen of Pentacles is like, the Nine of Pentacles is like the independent, how can I say, the independent single woman. Queen of Pentacles, whatever your belief, it doesn't mean you have to be married, whatever your belief is, but she is definitely a wiser person, very accomplished. She's very in the earth. Pentacles is one of the things I think gets missed with Pentacles. We think of career and jobs and money, of course, money, right? But we forget that Pentacles also represents all of our earthly possessions, including our bodies. We have this spirit and spiritual enlightenment, but we have a body that we're walking around in. And you know, she is comfortable in herself. She is wise, mentally wise, definitely can give you financial advice, but she's that person you can go to and talk to. She's going to give you good advice. She's, so I'm thinking of, doesn't have to be a mom, she could be an aunt, but just someone who has experience. I mean, you can be in your 20s and be a Queen of Pentacles. I mean, it's whatever your situation, but look how similar these are. They're even dressed similar. They're surrounded. The difference is the magician is not sitting down. So he's on alert. He has the wand. He's in action mode. She is the result after that person has accepted they are a co-creator. And you also have the infinity sign. So I don't know if number 8 or infinity sign. Infinity sign also relates to the strength card, which is number 8. So I don't know if that resonates with you as well. But don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. Interesting, you got a page of Pentacles here. So pile 2. What I have for you so far? I feel like there's something here though. The body that's brewing. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe it'll come to me as I'm going further here. So I don't want to keep you too long. We're going to do this little thing. Hopefully it's fun. I hope it's not too heavy, but we're going to look at what films were released in February and if that may be your theme for February 2022. This looks very positive if you had a love question going on. And if you had a money, there's definitely something could be created here. Spiritual connection, of course, 6 of Cups can be goes along with that. Oh my God, you got the sun card in here. You got some stuff brewing here. But the big thing I definitely want to say is shaking this out, this little thing. It's not glamorous, but it's fun. My daughter's birthday was yesterday. So, you know, as we do, also celebrate all week or all month. Random 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, I feel like that. Yeah, when they used to do the lotto, I don't even know if they do that anymore. They used to pick. You God, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, which came out in 2003, is Kate Hudson and Matthew McConaughey, who for a while there was like in everybody's rom-com. So so there's definitely a romantic theme going here. Now, I haven't seen it in a while, but the title is just catchy, but it's basically what I remember. 2003, this was when everybody in a romantic comedy were journalists of some kind. So I believe she worked at a magazine or newspaper or something. And she was writing an article about basically how to run a guy away in a relationship. I don't know what the incentive, you know how rom-coms are, they're very thin storyline, and it really is the chemistry of the actors that elevated, if it's elevated. But there's a I'm gonna go to this real quick. Also, so this guy in the corner here, the Six of Cups, I've heard some people say he's like, they represent childhood nostalgia, pure kindness and love, and that part, the pureness of our childhood. And he's kind of walking away. So it's kind of like when we become adults and we're walking away from that. I've also heard, I've also seen this as being like a protector looking over them as well, you know, standing watch. And I can't help but think of these guys here. And you're definitely being offered. The other thing I want to say with this is with the Page of Swords, real quick. Page of Swords is very much can be in our heads again. Sorry, when I think of this card, I always think of an introvert. Or anyone who's loves research, loves reading, loves figuring out stuff, very curious, and loves mysteries, loves finding solutions. When you're that type of person, sometimes you're always looking on, you're going to the next thing, you're always ready to learn, but you got to put in the practice. You got to get that, your wand is up, ready to go, and you're pointed to the ground, feet on the ground, grounded, you're grounded. So back to this, How to Lose a Guy, and then I'm going to wrap it up. I'm so sorry about to, because it's going too long, but so she had that sort of bet or something, or a job to do this article, and basically she's with she meets Matthew McConaughey, and then she just does incredibly crazy stuff for 7 days. I remember there was something about a plant where her plant died and she's crying, and like she's basically being very unreasonable. And the whole point is to get him to break up with her in 10 days. Again, sounds nonsensical, but you just kind of go with it back in the day for rom-coms, and I guess even now. Meanwhile, Matthew McConaughey was in, he had an incentive to not break up, and I really cannot remember what that was. But so he had an opposing goal, right? And of course, like all rom-coms, romantic comedies, spoiler alert, they eventually fall in love and they end up. The best thing about the finale is her dress. I just remember being this amazing gold yellow dress that she wears. I don't know if that means anything. So I think this is about putting your guards down. You know, you maybe have a certain story in your head about romance. You have a certain story that, oh, I can't date anyone that's, you know, older than me or younger than me. Oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. We have stories of who we can be with, can't be with, what we can do, da, 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 da. And maybe you're being asked to maybe reevaluate that. Don't have that little story and have this sort of convoluted, what's the word? Convoluted goal, I guess, but just connect. You know, it's telling you could take a chance of this person. You also got, you know, like I said, Page of Pentacles, you also got a younger person to go with this queen. We can go on. I mean, look at this. And all these came into play, didn't they? You got all these. You got all the swords and that. So I'm going to end this. So pile 2, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it resonated with you for February 2022. Again, thank you. My name is Francine. Thank you for joining me at Fangirling While Black Tarot. Please like, comment, subscribe, be in touch. My contact information is in the description. Don't be a stranger. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you find us. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 3. You are here if you chose pile 3. It's beautiful. It's kind of a greenish gold. Reminds me of the concept of wabi-sabi, where you add gold to broken things to make them even better and accepting change. But anyway, you have the Divine Abundance Oracle. Before we're going to start with your oracle, but before we do that, what I'm going to do is with my clients, I ask them to choose a power number, and this power number, let me go back. Numerology is very, very near and dear to my heart. I use it a lot. Sorry, these cards are super. I've used them before. I don't use them every day though, so they're just kind of very new and slippery. Anyway, so in numerology, excuse me, I found it very helpful. Of course, with astrology and all that good stuff, they all go hand in hand with tarot. I have found in my experience. So ask me choose a power number, aka your lucky number, a number that's meaningful for you, usually between 3 and let's say highest 14 or something like that. If you go too high, I can go maybe a little longer than it needs to be. Of course, cards jump out. You get jump cards, or Spirit just flips a card out for you. So Spirit always is going to give you the message you need to. And quick disclaimer, of course, this is a general reading. Please take what seems right to you, what resonates with you. Maybe the message could be for someone else. You want to check out the other piles. Pile 1 and pile 2 are very different, however. And again, this is for February 2022. So we're going to choose your power number using these. I'm going to pick 3 cards. And I'm going to use number 4 to pick the cards. I know it sounds confusing, but it's going to make sense in a minute. Number 4 is a very harmonious number. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. First card, just reading this up. 1, 2, 3. This is our second card, and 1, 2. It's our third card. So I definitely must believe in this, because I'm one of those, I never like to count in front of people. I think that's a big thing with introverts. It's like I know I can do something, but as soon as there's people watching me, it's like my brain just malfunctions. So here we go. Now that I've told you that. Okay, so we got 12 and 7. We got 19. And we're going to bring that to a single digit, of course. So 19 is going to come to 10, which is going to come to 1. And since 1 is not very effective in the sense of pulling cards, so I am going to add an additional card here. One there. So now you got 11. Wow. So 11 is a, oh my God, what's the word for it? Not power number. Maybe it is power number. No, it's a name for it. It is so there's certain numbers that are powerful. 11 is one of them. 10, yep. Well, actually, you got 2. We could use 11. Oh my God. See, this is why I don't like to count for people. I am actually very smart, people, just so you know. So we got 20, which comes to 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Forgive me, Lord. Bear with me. I'm a rookie here. I just started this. I've been wanting to do this channel forever. Spirit's been calling me, and I'm finally doing it. So bear with me. Oh, you got 11. That is so funny. So you got 13, which comes to 4. But I think 11 means something. Maybe you're like me. 11 is my life path number, or maybe you've been seeing 11 a lot because you even got, here you got some variations on it. So I think 11 must be something angel number you've been seeing over and over. But we're going to go with 13, which comes to 4 for that. Okay. Sounds good. Wait a minute. Oh my God, guys, bear with me. You're probably like, this idiot. I'm not an idiot, but I can admit when I'm messing up. Okay, we got 21, 28, 30, 31. 3 plus 1 is 4. So I was right. Oh my God. See, I'm second guessing myself. Oh my God, 4. I'm going to keep these numbers out. You got a lot of cups, you got pentacles. These are a Spanish suited deck. Before I began tarot, I'm so sorry. I don't want to drag this out too long. Before I actually started officially tarot, I was using playing cards. I was collecting. I just was prompted for some reason. I was just led to start collecting playing cards, and then I started using playing cards to read people. And we play spades in my family, so playing cards are a big thing. Uno, spades, that kind of thing. I'm gonna put that to the side for now. So number is 4, pile 3. So pile 3, let's get going here. We're going to do your oracle. This is Divine Abundance. Oracle cards by Tosha Silver. I am actually now listening to her audiobook for about basically about money, prosperity, abundance, and spirit, basically, and how, having a spiritual mindset about it. And it's called that it's not yours, basically, that the money is not yours. It's very interesting. So we're going to do, I'm going to do like 2 from here. Pile 3, thank you for joining me. And as we try to see what's going on in February 2022, very excited. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 cards. Yeah. Aw. So of course it's February and the big V day, Valentine's Day. So I'm doing a general. So whatever area of your life comes up, comes up. But I'm already seeing a couple of things here. It says you have a peacock. They're gorgeous. There's a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. You are extraordinary. There is a wild, impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. Impetuous. In other words, you have a side that is may not quite fit in somewhere, maybe in your circle, if you're at school, if you're your job or your family or your friends. There's something about you that sort of is a rebellious, like politely rebellious about you. Is very unique. And before we get into this one, the thing about this, you are extraordinary. This is an amazing card for spirit to give you, to remind you. And whenever I see animals, especially if you start seeing, maybe you've been seeing peacocks or birds in general. And birds, of course, freedom, although peacocks are a little different. The thing to know about the peacocks is this beautifully decorated, and also it has these eyes, which reminds me of the evil eye protection, evil eye protection. This is the male peacock. The female one is not so brightly decorated. So I don't know if this has anything to do with your sexual orientation or gender identity. I don't know if that's a factor. Of course, we all have masculine and feminine energy. It's energy, okay, in all of us. And sometimes we're stronger in one than the other, and sometimes we need to be more balanced. But this is the male peacock that is so beautiful, and his almost sole purpose for being this beautiful is to attract a mate. So I don't know if that's you. I don't know if there's a guy on your mind that reminds you of this, that's just extraordinary and gorgeous, or maybe this is what you want to be. I'm so sorry. Can you see that? Maybe this is what you know, maybe when you're at home in front of the mirror, okay, again, back to the introverts. I'm an introverted, extrovert, I guess, extroverted, introvert, I don't know. But anyway, I was definitely that person who at home, I could dance with the best of them. And then, I remember growing up, my cousin was like, you should join my dance team. And I was always too shy to do it. I get so self-conscious in front of people, ironically, right? But maybe you're that person that has this side of you. Maybe you have this, I'm using the word freak. I don't mean that in a negative way at all. You have this rebellious side that is crazy in your circle. Maybe you want to dye your hair a certain thing, or you want to dress a certain way. You just want to do something out of the ordinary. Is in you, and you are extraordinary, whatever your situation. So this one could apply to yourself. It could apply to someone you are interested in, who's just like, when you think of peacock, you think of someone who's very proud and confident. Maybe that's what you need to. So I would look this up. Spirit animal, there's websites. What's your spirit animal is one. And there's also, if you type in peacock animal medicine as well. So animal medicine, there are things from them you can learn. And of course, freedom as far as a bird. Excuse me. I just got strut. Oh my God. I'm going to show my age. There's this artist named Sheila Easton who did a song with Prince called You Got the Look. And it kind of reminded me of that song. But also, she had this one song called Strut, who I believe Prince wrote. And she talks about, this guy is struts. And she's like, I know that's what other women, you get women so easily, but I'm not going to be that easy kind of theme. Okay, so on to your next card, you got companionship. Giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. Oh my God. Companionship. Giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. Wow. I'm getting something, maybe there's someone, how do I say this? What I'm getting is, it's probably someone who has your attention, or you have someone's attention. You're strutting, or someone's strutting for you. But you are not giving them the time of day, or you're not present with them, or you're not truly seeing them. You're not giving that person your time or energy, or you're not really seeing them. It's interesting they have elephants on here. I know that Tosha Silver is very much influenced by Indian culture and elephants. Um, and Indian culture, also African. Elephants are fascinating. They're actually kind of my spirit animal. They're these, so funny. They're seem the complete opposite. Um, you know, the elephant never forgets. And of course, I'm thinking of Dumbo, which is probably one of the, you talk about a movie that's tough to watch. There's also that scene with the pink elephants that scares me to death. There's one in Winnie the Pooh too that just scares me to death. I don't know, just visually, where the elephants are changing faces. But anyway, didn't mean to go there. Okay, let me move this along here. But Dumbo kind of illustrates this. They're these giant creatures. I mean, I don't even know how much they weigh. They could trample you. They could easily trample you or easily overpower you, but that is not their MO. That is not their interest. That is not their nature, and perhaps there's someone and you see something on the outside that doesn't have your attention, but you're missing something inside. We can't just, this is good, this attracts a mate, but I don't know about you. I like people I can have conversations with. I need a brain. I need you. Yeah, awesome if I'm physically attracted to you, but I need something else. I need you to be about something. I need you to have stuff going on, have opinions. So that could be part of it. Maybe you're the fact that they're so big and they could trample you, but they don't. They're so sweet. They're so sweet natured. And the only time you're really going to see that dark side is there's a reason, like they're scared, maybe they were spooked or scared or something, or someone did something to their baby. They're very community oriented. This is another animal that'd be worth serving. They also have a thick skin. you know it's kind of like you could trample a situation, or you could trample somebody, you can overpower someone. You are probably a very powerful person as well, and you live with that power. Your whole being is on this power, and perhaps spirits are reminding you to show some gentleness instead of barreling through something. Maybe there's gentleness, or maybe, there's something here. I don't know which side you're on or which side the other person's on. If this, it doesn't even have to be romantic. It could be a family member. I talk about introverts a lot. Introverts, there's a channel, Frank James, amazing. I love his videos. He's hilarious. And when I watch his videos, I'm like, yes, somebody gets it. He has this thing where in the skit where introverts at a party and someone suddenly goes, oh my God, I didn't know you were there. Because introverts are quiet, or not all of them. We're not all the same, of course. Some are shy, some are just quiet. They like to observe, some just kind of chill. Some are very nervous. I mean, we're all different, but the point is when you're not loud and you're not the loudest person in the room, sometimes you can be ignored, even though you could physically be the biggest person. Like I tell people, unfortunately, we live in a culture where extroverts are very much appreciated. I doubt we're going to see a very strong introverted president ever, because they have to have a certain look, a certain status, they have to have whatever. Although we did have one. I'm not gonna get into politics, but I'm just saying, and you almost don't even have to have anything as long as you have a presence, and are just loud, louder person in the room. Sometimes this person, you need to sort of give this person some attention. You know, you're in a group, that one person that people forget, you reach out to that person, the one family, the one family member in your family that is more the introvert or quiet person or whatever. Don't forget them. Maybe you be the one to reach out to them. Or maybe if you're the quiet person, maybe there's something the extrovert can bring to the table to help you. I don't see dragonflies. For some reason, I noticed that in some of the decks, particularly the Light Seers deck, whenever, no, not just Light Seers. There's two decks. Dragonflies come up with the sword card for some reason. So that may be something to look up as well. Either way, you have something of value that you can help someone who maybe is the opposite of you. You know, don't count someone out. I don't, you know, the old book by the cover, or just maybe you thought someone was some way, but, you know, maybe just sit back and observe them. See how they really are. Okay, so we're going to get to your, guys, if that went on too long. Some kind of exchange here. Maybe there's a Valentine's Day. Maybe this is, ooh, ooh, ooh. Show themselves. Oh, interesting, interesting. Huh. Okay. Okay, Mr. Peacock, or Mr. and Mrs. Peacock, and Mr. and Mrs. Elephant. Some offers here. Oh my God. Not use number 4 for your pick, which I have not used here. I used for Oracle. A chance to, I actually kind of love when they out the deck too, and I love numerology as well. Ah, mm, mm. We have the wish card in the back, the infamous 9 of Cups that everyone loves. He's kind of like a peacock, isn't he? I love this card. I love his whole demeanor. This is like what I astound to be, not in an arrogant way, but just in a celebrate my accomplishments without, you know, apologizing. Oh, you got offers. You definitely got offers. You or this other person. Perhaps the other person is a person that, so either you're the person that's very well known, very gets a lot of invitations, gets a lot of attention, or either you are interested in someone who gets a lot of attention and you feel left out. You're being called to have strength. If you're more this person here, hmm. It's almost like I'm almost feeling like you need to marry both sides of this. If you're focusing too much on the outside, switch it up and realize you have value on the inside. You're not just a big button smile. That you have some. You're gifted. Of course, I mean, maybe it's your memory. Maybe you have an amazing memory. Elephants have a sense of humor. They're great, just great family. They're great, supportive, loving family. Maybe that's what you have to offer. Maybe you're that person in the group, or could be. So 4 is coming up again. Pile 3. You got 8. You got your 4, which is half the. Actually, you got 2 8s. Okay, interesting. So definitely do. You may want to look up. Excuse me. All the animals here, because you got Leo strength, Lion, Leo, and I am a Leo sun, a Sagittarius moon. So you got the wands, which is fire energy. So I want to get, okay, I just want to get, we're going to keep that out. Just want to, you were called to do something very different than you're going or than you're used to. You're being called to get out of your comfort zone on whichever side you're on, or maybe you're being called to marry them, but there's a part of you that you're not showing that they're saying is extraordinary, and spirit wants you to start showing that part of you, and they want you to start giving. There's someone you're probably not valuing that you could valuing, and maybe it's yourself, but you need to be present and value this person. If this is self-love, it's yourself. Maybe you don't take the time to nurture that other side of yourself. You're all on the outside, not nurturing the inside, or you're all on the inside and you're not nurturing this outside. You know, people can think it's shallow to decorate the outside. I've heard people put down makeup, and I'm like, I love makeup. When I used to commute to work, I would get to my building and do my makeup there, and it helped prep me for my day. It really got me into waking up, because I'm not a morning person. I need to stop saying it. But we put labels on ourselves. But actually, I was just having this conversation with my daughter. We were talking about how makeup it's art. It's just on face. Yeah, people use it to hide sometimes their true selves, but it also can be used to enhance yourself as well. So if you're all about the inside, I keep getting the sun card for you guys. So I'm just going to pull it out. It keeps, many times if I went through this deck, it keeps coming up. You got, look at all this brightness you got. Good job. Good job, pile 3. Beautiful. Ooh. So I didn't even touch this guy here, but so this person, major arcana, of course, and you got a sun, the major arcana, and the strength is a major arcana. A Leo here. So my pile 3, either you guys are fire sign Leo. And spirit wants you to connect to an animal medicine as well. You're getting a lot of, you got your lion, you got your horse, which is also represents freedom. Birds represent freedom. The thing with this, in order to tell horses where to go, they have a bridle, but in this one, he doesn't need a bridle. He's so clear with this horse. He's so connected. He doesn't need a bridle to tell the horse where to go. They're going the same direction. You know, they've been through whatever they've been through and come out the other side. So this one, the Emperor, Aries energy here. So maybe you also, which is also a fire sign. So this can be represent a person. And again, male, we have masculine and feminine energy, but perhaps going back, perhaps you've been leaning on this energy, or perhaps this represents someone, excuse me, Palter, in your life. Now, the Emperor, he is related to Aries, and he is related to, I want to say Saturn, one of the astrological figures that's all about, excuse me, so take a drinker of water. He's about getting your house in order. This is like, this can be a fatherly energy. Empress is like this motherly. Blah, blah, blah. Emperor is about, home training, basically, showing you how you're supposed to be, the traditions of, that a figure, a parental figure. So perhaps this is the reason why you're scared to flip one of these. Maybe I'm just throwing this out. I don't know why it came to me, but maybe you're someone very much known for their looks, someone model or in acting, or beauty queen is what came to me for some reason. And you don't have to necessarily show this side because you're known for this, and you may have someone over you. You may have a stage mom or stage dad or something over you, pressuring you to be that. And maybe you want to go here, but you don't feel as confident. Spirit is just really encouraging you. You're going to come out I swear you're going to come out better for it. And I know we got the Three of Swords here in the back of the deck. So I don't know if this is your profession. I'm definitely getting some love readings. There's some offers. So it could be both. Independence. You're definitely being called to be, have strength to be independent. What is your wish? What do you really want to do? Be clear on what you want to do. Be clear where you want to be at. Who are you really? What side of you you're not showing that you want to freely show? You are going to be so much happier. Look how these two are like happy. They're happy. He's beaming, clarity, happy. So it's almost like the feminine and masculine, maybe, or the softer side with the harder side coming together. There's a lot of fire. This is a lot of creativity. So I'm gonna look at your court cards real quick. Okay, you got a lot of cups here. You did get Two of Cups. We're talking about love here, and you did get the Ace of Cups. In the Spanish suited, there is no major arcana, and the aces are represented by one. And then you got Page of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. Knight of Swords, and you got. There's something. So this is something that's been going on. This is not what I'm saying to you is not new. You got Seven of Pentacles here. Seven of Pentacles is when something's been planted and you're trying to figure out what you want to do. If you want to continue, if you want to wait longer, you're maybe being impatient. This is something that's been on your mind. This is your go ahead. So go ahead. As far as this, oh my God. Okay, I gotta stop at some point. When we have to change and we're breaking out of the old mold, I think that's what this is representing. You're breaking our, you're sort of breaking your heart in order to get to this Two of Cups energy. So Two of Cups is companionship as well. It can also be related to a new love. So when you feel very connected to, and the higher priest, the high priestess is actually in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. The lady in that, card looks a lot like the high priestess. So I like to think that's her, that she's this connected, intuitive, and she also found companionship. And then I'm gonna stop here. I just think this represents, it's the Fool. This person is probably saying you're a fool, or maybe it's you. Maybe your traditional sides, it's messing up with your wilder side. But this could be what's preventing you. Maybe it's a past hurt, but there's so much clarity and good here that there's going to be, whenever we're changing and growing, there's going to be hurt, but it doesn't have to last forever. Absolutely does not have to last. You're going to come out here. You got wish fulfillment. This one I want to point out because not only about the Two of Cups, but where did I, the Seven of Pentacles, like I said, this is nothing new. Spirit's been talking to you. You're probably just ignoring it. You're thinking you're crazy. You think you shouldn't. You're probably shaming yourself, thinking you shouldn't want different. You should just be who, oh, I'm just going to stay this. I don't know. Why did I think I could have that? Your intuition. So pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to synchronicities, coincidences. These animal spirits of any of these, I bet you've been seeing these. You got two elephants here. You got softer side, taming the wilder sides and being companions. So you're definitely seeing some things. And not to mention, you got the 4. Oh yeah, so really quick, 4 is harmony, the 4 seasons, the 4 directions. 4 is like 4 is right after 3. 3, you have accepted that you are co-creator with the universe. It's the Trinity. 4 is like a more complete and harmonious. So the last thing, and I don't want to keep you guys too long, pile 3. This has been very, very interesting. I apologize if this is going too long for you. Actually, I don't apologize. I just want to apologize, and maybe I should have warned you it was going longer. But I like to give, what Spirit prompts me, even if it doesn't make sense to me, even if it feels like out of, craziness. I was just thinking, oh my God, something about this. It'll come to me. There was a song that was coming to me. Really, this may be just, this may not mean anything, or maybe it's one person. There's a song by artist Tina Marie. In the Black community, she's very, very well known. Very soulful woman. She has a song called "I've Been Here." I've been here before. It's one of my favorite all-time songs. One of my older sisters used to. Ever since I heard her singing it one day, I just took upon. She talks about it. I don't know if you believe in past lives or any of this stuff, but this goes with intuition and spirit talking to you. She talks about that she's been here before, and that she used to be a queen on horseback riding free. And I just thought of that. And so I don't know if that means anything to you. You may be more spiritual than you're allowing yourself to be. Okay, so So the last thing I'm going to do is we're going to do for February 2022. This is going to be a fun little thing. I hope it's fun. But basically, we're going to see what your theme may be using titles of movies that were released in February 2000. Actually, all years. I went back to the 80s. I tried to go recent. So this is any movie, not any movie, but all these movies came out in February of that year that they came out. So let's reach in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, file 3. I'm sorry. Okay. I warned you I'm a fangirl. So you got, let me put these away. You got Deadpool, which came out in 2016. Oh, wow. I think this is very fitting. Okay. What's fitting is, look at, okay, Deadpool, I'm going to say it has some adult humor in it, I'll say, but it's based on a Marvel character, and he's played by Ryan Reynolds in the movie. This is a character that's been around, I think it debuted in 94. I'm being a little rusty with this. This is one of my, I love anti-hero kind of characters like him and Loki, and Batman is like that too. People don't like to admit it, but anyway. So he is a Marvel character, and his movies were rated R. And you know, Marvels usually try to all have every family member in there, but oh my God, I can't even remember his origin story, but basically, I like to think of him as like Loki and Wolverine and Spider-Man had a kid, if that makes any sense. But essentially, he has oh my God, whatever Wolverine has, that power where you can cut him. He can't die, basically. He can't die. So he literally, you can cut, and I'm sorry, it's probably gonna get graphic. It's a very funny movie, by the way. But he can get shot, stabbed, cut. Everything grows back. Everything heals itself and grows back. It may take a period, but he always regenerates. That's the word. He regenerates. He has a very, very wicked sense of humor. He's a very interesting character. He has come out as pansexual, if that means anything to anyone. He has been paired up with Spider-Man, by the way, older Spider-Man. All about consent here, age of consent. Oh my God, I don't know why I'm drawing blank, but this is just one of my favorite fictional characters. He's very interesting. He's kind of like, he has this dark side where he's like this assassin, but he helps people at the same time. It's just, he's just that, and I guess that's what there's this dual side to him. And maybe you can go see a clip or something. I don't know if you're gonna watch the whole movie, but it is rated R. And again, there is, I think, at least one scene of nudity. But so I think this is saying you are gonna regenerate whatever whatever tough thing you're going to go through to get to this. It's going to be worth it, and you're going to come out on the other side. Don't be afraid to be that guy. Maybe that's another thing. He's kind of the anti-hero. He's a hero to some and a villain to us, to other people. And you may be a villain to this person, but you know, they've been your villain for a long time. So anyway, I'm going to end this. I'm so thankful, Pile 3, that you hung out with me here at Fangirling While Black. Again, my name is Francine. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Please like, comment, subscribe. My contact information is in the description. Thank you. Really enjoyed doing this with you, and have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you are getting this reading. Take care.